Alright, in a moment the stream should be up and running. Alright, so here we are in the Forest Ridge. I need to turn off that echo. Echo, echo, echo. Alright, that's better. Previously, you had traveled through the Forest Ridge, looking for the encampment of a powerful halfling psionicist that lives to the south. You have 10 trusty halfling rangers that are your guides that are leading you through the forest back to their homeland. On your way, there was an encounter where suddenly some of your scouts in your front and your back halfling got eaten by Athasian sloths that were waiting to ambush them. They gobbled them up, killed them instantly. Critical hit, wounds, terrible stuff. You jump in immediately to defend the halflings and defeat the sloths. And after the battle, the halflings will gather what remains they can, the bits and pieces of Durlin and Drasu, and they seem sad and upset. And many of them are going to point accusingly at the party that you didn't follow the proper protocols and that you have dishonored them, and they're very displeased with the activities of the party.
What protocols didn't we follow? We were following you guys.
Alright, well, apparently it dishonors them if you jump in and start the combat. You should have held back and allowed the halflings to avenge their own fallen. And so, this is like a cultural thing. They've been offended by you, but you didn't understand that you were offending them. So, you guys now have, like, disadvantage when it comes to the halflings.
Q Soul to make it right.
Well, you can't get upset at us for a culture we don't know about. You should at least tell us about something that's like something like that, and then we wouldn't do it. We won't do that in the future. If you want to avenge your friends, we'll let you have it then. Do I need to roll anything to persuade them for that?
The halflings don't speak your language.
Oh.
So your attempts to talk to them didn't really work out. Basically, you have a translator, and Cass is going to tell you that the halflings were offended for some reason. And that's why they're mad. He doesn't really get it.
Well, tell them we'll try not to do whatever it is again that they're upset about.
All right.
But we forgive us because we're not halflings and we don't know your ways.
All right. Cass is going to tell the halflings that you're sorry and that you didn't know you were going to offend them and that you were just trying to help them out and all this other stuff. And so he translates to the halflings. And the halflings, they're going to seem to still be kind of angry, but they're going to talk to each other in halfling. And they're going to decide that Entok is the new rear guard and Basha is going to be the new front guard. And now there will be 3 on either flank instead of 4. And they're going to scatter back off into the woods. But they're going to continue following the party. Cass says we should continue on. And so you'll continue your journey.
Hey,
Hey.
Hey.
So, Soul, now that you're with us, the halflings are angry. So 2 of the halflings were eaten by sloths. And the party jumped in and defeated the sloths and saved the halflings. But the halflings were not happy. And it's pretty tough to discern why they were not happy, but with a little translation from Cass Parr, who's like traveling with you here, He says that the halflings are mad that you attacked the sloths and defeated them, that it's in their culture it's important that the halflings avenge their own fallen comrades, and you should let them fight the sloth. And so you've offended them on some level. If you want to make some sort of check to try to console them, you can try it.
Wait, this just happened?
Yeah.
Yep. We just fucked up. It's all on you, man. You got this.
You killed
Would
all
in that
the...
one make them like instant?
Well,
Would in that
they're
one like make them instant hostile?
they're already hostile. So
Oh. Alright. It's taking a while. My computer's getting progressively. It's better now. It's better. There we go. All right. Shit. And I got 11.
an 11. All right. It doesn't help. The halflings seem pissed off. Caspar says it's best just to leave them to be angry
To their
off on their
demise.
own. They'll get over it.
Do we need their help or?
Cass is
Why is he
gonna
naked?
Cass is going to explain to you that we need the halflings because we're in their land. If we're traveling alone, other halfling tribes that encounter us are likely to attack. But if we're traveling surrounded by halflings, the halflings will be able to make first contact with the other halfling tribes and explain that we are traveling with them, and that way we will hopefully not be attacked by all the halflings between here and where we need to be.
Traveling with us, right? It's not like they're refusing.
They are acting as guides and traveling with us because they are curious about us and they want to learn stories of us. So
This whole comrade thing isn't going to interfere with that, right?
well, I mean, just because they're mad at you doesn't necessarily mean anything bad's gonna happen.
Necessarily.
Still could something bad.
Also, I still have that question. Why is Oleg naked?
Yeah, it's a good question. She after the battle, she was so sweaty she just stripped. Her armor was too hot, I guess.
I just look over the forest tree and I was like, wait a minute, what? Is that a good idea? Just what if we get into another fight?
What if there's mosquitoes everywhere?
Yeah, what if she like gets bitten by something and like dies?
Oh, there are. There definitely are.
I thought that was a whole Drake, not a Drakeling. I was worried. I was really worried. But they're still mad at us. Can I would money help or do they not care?
They don't care about money.
God damn it. What about a song?
Our southern coins mean nothing to the halflings. Yeah, you can play a song. Since they don't speak your language, a song is probably the best you can do.
I'm going to serenade them into not being less mad.
If you play them an interesting tune, they'll be more curious than angry. Maybe.
Come on. 32, not 20.
Wow.
Alright. So you play some really beautiful music, and the halflings, they forget momentarily about their fallen comrades and the dishonor of having the kill stolen from them. So they are going to be a little less angry.
Mission accomplished, successful.
And Cass is going to nudge you and say, beautiful tune, keep it up. It seems to have them enchanted. Let's keep going. And you
I think
continue
that's the
moving.
first time that's worked.
Just between us, though, I'm not sure why they're mad, because They were saying earlier that the things in here are like giant and terrifying, and even if they wanted to, I don't think they would have been successful at avenging
I think they wanted us
their
to let them
their
die bravely
comrade.
more. I
Maybe.
think they wanted to die in a blaze of glory, and we should just let them do that next time. But we need
Are
them.
halflings really like a warrior tribe like that though? They
They
don't
look
seem
like a
like it.
warrior tribe.
Oh yeah, they
Look at
are.
them.
They are all rangers. Every one of these guys is a ranger. Rangers are a
Yeah.
fighter class.
Do you think they could have killed one of these things though, more?
Mm, I don't know. We didn't even see them really attack the flaws, so maybe, but they died in one hit, so I think they would just get wiped out.
Makes
I
sense.
say let them better be angry than dead,
Hmm.
in my opinion.
All right. Do I have to keep playing the music, or do they just not now just like are just more distracted? Like it's just a one time.
Let's just say you continue to play your music while you're traveling. And that'll be your travel activity. What does everybody want to do while you're continuing on your journey through the forest?
I will be a sentinel on guard.
You gonna be on guard? All right, roll a perception.
Perception. Am I lagging again? What's my ping at? Oh, there you go. There's the dice.
I'm gonna have Oren do a stealth check.
Oh, it was almost a 20, 12.
12.
What's your passive?
Passive. Passive is just the proficiency, right?
It's like 18.
18 wisdom. Passive.
All right. Taro's not here.
Hey,
I'm
there
gonna
we go.
have Taro do a scout. He's gonna roll an investigate from the sky. Let me find out what he's got for investigate. So he's up on his Terrax. He's flying above the tree line, soaring up in the sky, trying to scout around while you're traveling, using his life sense to continue to follow the party as best he can. He rolls a 9. Not very good. Chris, what's Grimoren gonna do while you're traveling?
He's gonna be collecting. I don't know.
Keep in mind, you are in the equivalent of an Amazon rainforest. You are surrounded by plants and insects that you've never seen. It's a completely alien environment, just thriving with life. Do you want to make an alchemy check and see if you can gather some ingredients?
There'll be more survival. I'm good at that.
Sure. I guess alchemy could be more like processing the ingredients.
1 second. Is that for the day or like an hour?
10 hours of travel. One roll.
I didn't find shit. I thought I fell on a 17.
Okay, well, this area is so abundant that an 11 still gets you one thing. It's a black lotus, a poisonous flower.
Ooh. You have to process it for it to do anything, or just the flower itself is poisonous?
That has to be rare, no?
It's the only one you've seen in 10 hours of travel.
Is it? Okay. Hey, when I find it, okay, I'm gonna get. I'm gonna call for Oren, not for Oren, but for Long.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you. How do you think we can collect this flower without damaging it and maybe growing more of it?
Maybe we can take out the soil from here and take the roots with it, at least some of the roots.
You want to transplant it
And-
live?
Yeah.
If that's the purpose, if that's what you want it for,
Yeah.
we could do that
I know. Never seen
and
flower
store
like
it
that.
inside the space of the bag.
Would that fit in
bag
it?
of
Would,
holding.
would that preserve it in the bag of holding?
Hmm. No, plants need to breathe, so it would die.
Hmm.
Needs light I'm gonna put it on the shoulder of one of the giants. Put the roots and the dirt in a bag, and tie it up.
Just gonna put it in Ulrig's cleavage. She'll walk around
Yeah,
with a poisonous
yeah.
flower in between her tits.
Yeah. He's gonna have it as a flower in his hair. And I'm gonna do more of this research as we go. Okay.
Alright.
But whenever we can roll, I'll keep on looking for some different plants that we don't find around here.
It's like every 10 hours of travel you get to make one check, so it's gonna take several days to travel through the halfling wilderness here.
I'll keep. That's kind of the thing I'm gonna keep on doing. Just let me know so I can.
Yeah. What happened to that campfire thing that we used to have here?
Are we still Drake hunting or?
Nah, that's finished.
Okay.
What do you do during your 10-hour?
Are we traveling for 10 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're playing music for 10 hours, you're gonna get blisters on your finger from playing your.
Yeah, I'm assuming at some point I'd have to stop. I mean, what can we do while traveling? It's not a rest.
I've got blisters on me fingers.
You can
I mean, scavenge. I mean, can I search for something?
scavenge. Yeah, you can scavenge. You can look out for dangerous stuff. You can maybe talk to the halflings. Tell them another story. I don't know if you want to be distracted though while we're traveling. It's like monsters.
Can I try to scavenge ninja?
Yeah.
What role would that be?
A survival check. Wisdom survival.
Hey.
So you have options, like with Grimorn, you can either look for food and water, or you can try to acquire some alchemy ingredients.
Alchemy ingredients. Jeez, 7.
Yeah, 7's not enough. You don't find anything but weeds. Weeds and vines, lots of bugs. Nothing looks valuable.
Any poisonous bug?
Nah, not even poisonous.
God damn it. All right.
Okay, so after 10 hours of travel, you guys are all somewhat tired. Everybody has to make a DC 17 con save because of the high altitude. I'm gonna roll one for Oren. Ooh, an 11. So Oren gains 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna roll for Taro. Taro also gains a level.
I passed.
Just
you
busy,
roll
so
it
I'll roll
while
for
I'm
Ulrig.
elemental.
Ulrig fails, wow.
18. My earth elemental has no lungs.
Right. You just stay in that form as long as possible. Okay, so you take a long rest, and then after the long rest, Taro's going to cast his wind spell to compress the oxygen, change the atmospheric pressure, And that's going to, after an hour, allow you to drop the level of exhaustion. So you just have to take 1 extra hour of rest to get rid of it before you set off for the day. During that night, some stuff happens. The night following the
Combat stuff?
attack of the sloths.
Combat stuff or RP stuff?
This is while you guys are making camp. So you guys make camp, you set up a campfire and your tents. The halflings, they come in and they're taking whatever they've hunted and gathered throughout the day and they're cooking it up. So, let's see. Nock and Cirque and Tanuka, they're cooking up like a large bird of some kind that they've caught. Like some sort of colorful turkey. Then you've got the other three here. Pawk and Day Day and Low Key. They caught a bunch of oversized squirrel-looking things that have too many legs. And they've skewered them on sticks, and they're roasting them over the open fire. And the smell of the burning hair is quite disgusting initially, but they smell kind of tasty after that, after they've cooked thoroughly. Dede is
I'm gonna
going
turn
to...
back in.
Oh, you take your human form?
Yeah.
Or your mole form? Okay, so Dede is going to come over to the fire while everybody's cooking and eating, and he's going to remove a milky stone from a leather pouch. And he begins speaking, and Caspar, sitting with the party, is going to quietly interpret what the halfling is saying in his own language. So just imagine that there's a bunch of stuff you can't understand being said dramatically. The halflings talking to each other. But Caspar is just sort of whispering in hushed tones what they're saying. So he says, it's a storyteller's stone. The halfling is explaining... She takes a weapon from one of the halflings who fell in combat with the sloths. She holds the weapon and eulogizes her fallen friend by recounting his deeds in the hunt.
Oh.
Let's see. The stone is psionically empowered with clairsentient science. Object reading. So Dede begins. Stone tell the story of Slothbiter, Blood Drinker. Stone tell the story of tears. Night Climber, Tree Stalker. Was tall in our heart. Now our friend is keeping the stars apart. Alright, so after the eulogy, the halflings shed a few tears and drink some drinks, recounting tales of their fallen comrades. That evening, 2 of the scouts are going to leave the campsite for several hours. Caspar says they said they were going to hunt food. Later that night, they return with only roots and berries and seem disappointed. The halflings are talking among each other about who's going to be on guard duty that night, and after some discussion, a couple of the halfling scouts will disappear into the night.